by writing your first business requirement document. Okay, so BRD. So again, I'm just reminding, if you are going to work in agile projects, you don't need to write BRDs, but some countries I saw the job requirement saying you have to write SRS, FRD, BRDs document. But if you are going to work in Canada, specifically in banking projects, you don't need to write BRDs. So everything is agile. Okay, so agile you write user stories, but it's still a good practice, right? Like follow the recipe, right? What I'm explaining you, so some kind of document. So this will give you a clear idea, right? So documentation is the key. We don't need to write 20-30 pages BRDs. Okay, so let's go through this format. Simply you can document on Confluence, or you can write Word document. This is what I recommend. Still this completes your work. Okay, so let's continue our lesson story today. So yesterday you facilitate your first requirement gathering workshop, right? So you ask questions, you listen carefully, and you identified business problems. So you documented business rule. Yesterday's meeting we got business rules, right? So now one of the most important responsibilities of a business system analyst is turning conversation into clear, organized requirements. That's your skills. A good meeting is valuable. A well-written business requirements document is even more valuable because it becomes the foundation of design and development and testing and implement. Everyone need a documentation. So today we are going to create that document together. So you inbox a new email, you open Outlook. A new email has arrived from Sarah Michelle, your manager. Prepare business requirements document. Hello, thank you for facilitating yesterday's workshop. So you go to your Outlook. Okay, please prepare for the first. Yesterday she told this end of the meeting, right? So please prepare the first version of the business requirement document based on our discussion. The documents will be reviewed tomorrow by the business and technology teams. Regards, right? So this is she mentioned during end of the meeting. So you smile. This is your first official deliverable. Okay. So open Confluence here. Okay, so this we are going to use Confluence so that you can share it with everyone. So most enterprise team don't store requirements Word documents anymore. Okay, so they use collaboration platform like Confluence today. Create new page title, credit risk reporting platform, enhancements. So business requirement document version 1.1. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's go to Google, type Atlassian, and let me go to Jira first, and from there, so it's saying welcome back, Jay. So remember yesterday in the video we create a page, right? So let's go to Jira. First from Jira we can go to Confluence, but enterprise softwares, you don't need to go to Jira first to go to Confluence. Okay, we just without complaining what we have, right? This free is really good to practice. Okay, so this is our team, and let's see if we have our Confluence. Okay, let's go to Confluence from there, and so this is, I think this is what our space is. Okay, right, remember we created a page here, credit risk projects. So what's the title we need to use? So let's use this one. I'm going to copy and paste this one, the title. Doesn't matter which title you use. Okay, so I go to this page and click the edit button. Okay, so instead of credit risk project, I rename the page to credit risk platform enhancement. So that's your page. Okay, let's follow. Okay, so the business requirements document version So let's copy this one to version. Under this one, I'll enter here as a title BRD version 1. So I'm not going to update, so finally we can update this one. Okay, to save time I'm going to copy and paste it, but while I'm copy and paste, I'll explain. Okay, so it's the first section, business problem. Okay, so every BRD start with one simple question: what problem we are trying to solve, right? Why are we doing this project? Okay, so that's the business problem. So I'm going to copy business problem, copy. So business problem, so this is a title. I'm going to highlight this one and underline. Okay, press Ctrl B, Ctrl, otherwise you can go here and do. Okay, where we are here. Okay, so now the current, let's understand. We already know, so how we write this one. The current mortgage credit risk reporting process rules on manual data collection from multiple banking systems. So this rules delays reporting, inconsistent data, and increase operational effort for risk analysts, right? So this is what we understood. Okay, I'm going to copy this one and write it under business problem, and also I'm going to copy this line too. Okay, so what's the problem and what's happening? Okay, all right, so let's update this one. Okay, so now we have our business problem. Easy, right? Okay, so now let's continue our discussion. So Sarah walks by your desk. Sarah says, excellent. Always explain the business problem before explaining the solution. So that's what you need to do, like what's happening and what is the pain point. That's the format. What's happening today, what's the pain point. So section 2, we are going to write the business objective. So now answer another important, what does success look like? So everywhere I am providing a question. So that's what, if you don't know what is the business objective, write business problem. That's the, if you answer to this question, and you will get the answer writing, right? So write business objectives. Okay, let's write business. I'm going to write business objective. Let me see if this is copied properly. I'm going to click edit now. Oh, I don't like this one, so I want to have without that formatting. Okay, perfect. Brown, let me highlight and bold it. Okay, brown. Okay, so let's see how you document the business objectives. Okay, so reduce manual reporting effort, improve data quality, deliver faster mortgage risk reporting, provide timely portfolio insight, support regulatory reporting requirements. So one is, these are business outcomes, not technical solutions. So I'm going to copy one by one. It's going to take time. You like to use numbering here. I'm going to use numbering here, or I'm going to use bullet instead of that, otherwise the format will be messed. Okay, so I'm going to copy one by one, and let's go this one. So if you are asking why, because if I copy everything one shot, maybe this will be difficult when I copy paste. So I'll be using one by one here. Okay, next one, provide timely insight portfolio. Let me copy this one too. Okay, next one, the last one, support regulatory reporting requirements. Okay. All right. Okay, so we completed the business objectives. Okay, so next section of our BRD is section number 3, project scope. So if you are wondering what is the project scope, let's understand what is the project scope. So every project needs boundaries, right? Like in scope. For example, mortgage portfolio reporting. So risk classification, dashboard enhancement, mortgage exposure reporting, data validation, executive reporting. So these are in scope, right? We cannot cover everything in one single project. So what is out of scope? What we are not going to cover for this same scenario, right? So out of scope, for example, mortgage application processing, right? So we are only going to concern active loans. Remember, right? After the loan closed, loan approval workflows we are not going to cover. Interest rate calculations. So you have to you have to document this one. Customer profile updates, right? The David says, architect, clearly defining scope prevents misunderstanding after, right? That's why what we are going to build, what we are not going to build, you have to list it carefully in the BRD. Okay, so I'm going to copy in scope next section and out of scope. Okay, so let's write the titles. See, I think I have to copy from here. Okay, so in scope is ready. Let me highlight and all right. Okay, I'm going to use bullet points here so that we know. Let me try this one. Copy. Let's see if this works. Okay, I don't need the formatting. Okay, crop and see if this works. It didn't work. Let me see. I can copy from here. For some reason it's not working. Okay, you bring this one up. You can use numbering also. Okay, how many items in scoping. Sometimes jira mess up the formatting, so I don't want to use numbering. Instead of that, I'm using this format. Okay, you can use whatever you like. All right. Okay, so now we completed the in scope items, but we are going to cover in our project. Okay, you see, I don't know how to remove this one. That's why. Okay, let's leave it. Okay, let's update and see how this is going to look like. Okay, so this is something, I don't know how to clear this one. It's not going. Yeah, I cannot get rid of this guy. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's move on to the next item, out of scope items. Okay, okay, so out of scope, let's copy this one, update, oh sorry, edit. Okay, select this one and bold. Let us select bold and underline. Okay, okay, out of scope first item, I'm going to do the same thing. Copy, paste it here. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. Okay, otherwise we can copy one by one here. Okay, I think this is faster. All right. Okay, third one is interest rate calculation. Okay, fourth one, customer profile updates. Okay, all right. Okay, so what's our next section in our BRD? Section 4, stakeholders. So create a simple stakeholder table. I need to enhance this one. Let me write this section, stakeholders. And underline. We're going to do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to copy as it is. Copy. Okay, we don't need to spend more time on formatting, but you got the idea, right? All right. Okay, should be good. You can put a table if you want. Let's see if you want to. If table works, I will skip. Okay, I think this is clear. Okay, the format is off, but you got the idea, right? Stakeholders. So now let's move on to the fifth section. Actually, this is what we need to capture. Okay, now time to number your requirement, right? So I would number the requirement. I need how many requirements we have. So some teams they use business rules. So BR, it's up to you what numbering you want to use, BR1 or FR1. I'm going to use BR01, this format. Okay, business requirements. Okay, so I have first one, the system shall display total mortgage exposed by the risk category. Okay, so I'm only going to copy this guy from here. The section business requirement. Let's see what happened. Okay, I'll use this one. Okay, BR business requirement 02. Oh, the system shall classify mortgage that are more than 90 days high risk. Okay, so these are coming for our requirement session. BR03. Okay, so close account we are not including. That's one more requirement, right? That's what we have written. Close from active portfolio. BR04. Okay, okay, the system shall identify records missing so we want to include to the total even though customer information is missing, right? But we shall figure it as flag as for investigation. Okay, so 5 sections we covered. Let's make a recap again. Business problem, business objectives, in scope items, out of scope, stakeholders, business requirements. It's kind of a template, right? It's good. Okay, I like it. Okay, so now oh yeah, so here you see, I think we we don't use language like I think we write, right? We start with the system shall. Okay, if you notice. Okay, the system shall is the proper writing for the BRDs. This if you can write it this way, everyone understand. Okay, so now business rules. Let's discuss. Okay, so is that something different than the business requirement? Slightly. Okay, so requirement describe what the system should do. Business rule describe the policies behind those requirements. So today's business rules are. So I'm going to write business rules. Okay, business rules section. Copy. One conversation, one workshop. You have all this information, right? So okay, I'm going to use same numbering rule number 1. Okay, I'm going to use copy and paste here. Mortgage overdue more than 90 days, high risk. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, the second rule, closed mortgage accounts are executed from the active reports. This is a art, right? Art mean like the same discussion and you are documenting in the different way, right? So if you see business requirement and business rule, like business rule is this number. This is what go to the code. It can be 40 days, 50 days, right? So here this is the, and maybe this instead of high risk we can say like approve, reject. There are so many decisions. So this is the rule and this is the requirement, right? So it's two things. Rule number 3, missing customer must be flagged review. So what is the data, what we should do, that's the rule, right? This missing customers. Rule number 3, then rule number 4, okay. So 1 2 3 business often. Okay, so we don't need we have 4 business rules, right? So we already documented, right? Okay. So there is no rule for fourth one. So we have 90 days closed account, missing information. So it's already covered here. Okay, so we can remove the rule number 3, 4. There's nothing. So let's go to the next section. Okay, assumptions. So you have to document this one too. Not everything is known during the first workshop, right? So document your assumptions. The source system provide accurate mortgage data. Customer IDs are unique. Risk calculation are performed daily. Stakeholders will review and approve requirements before development begins. Writing assumptions reduce the future confusion. So this is very important because then you are covered. If you are thinking, document it. That's it. That's your job is just to be transparent. Okay, you have to keep on documenting everything. So Next one, assumptions. So assumptions, source system provide accurate mortgage data. Customer IDs are unique. Risk calculation are performed daily. Stakeholders will review, approve requirements before development. Writing assumption reduces future confusion. Okay, so let's copy these ones, our assumptions here. So I'm going to use cut and paste here. Okay, let's see if I can put bulleting. Excellent. Okay, that saved me a lot of time. Alright, so next one, dependencies. Projects really rarely work alone, so our application depends on core banking system, mortgage origination system, customer information system, data integration service. So if one of these systems change, our application may also be affected. Okay, so we have to document. So let's document dependencies. Okay, I'm going to copy. I'm going to do the same thing. Alright, let's cut and paste it here, highlight and see if this works. Excellent. Okay, so dependencies. The next section is risk. So good business analysts identify risk early. Examples: risk poor data quality from source systems, like mitigation, implement automated validation checks. Risk changing business rule during development. Mitigation, review requirements with stakeholder before each sprint. Risk delayed stakeholder upload. Mitigation, schedule review session early and communicate regularly. Okay, so I'm going to copy as it is. So everything you are documenting what you are going to do, like a plan. Okay, so it's transparent, everyone knows this is what's going to happen in the project. So risk, okay, so now let's move on to our final section. So that's it, our sections we need to include. Let me update this one. So you can write approver or versions and appendix, if we are going to use, there are so many acronyms, short names, codes, links. You can list it here on the document. Okay, so what are the useful links and everything, but high level, if you can complete this template, this saves lot of time answering so many questions, right? So I would recommend everyone, even though in agile you don't use it, but if you have to, for a small enhancement you don't need, but if you are going to work on a big project, so I would recommend you to do this one. Okay, so let's go through business problem, business objectives, in scope, out of scope, stakeholders, business requirement, business rules, assumptions. Okay, dependencies, risk. Okay, these are the one. So the next day morning, everyone gathers to review your document. Sarah asks, Emily, do this requirement reflect your business need? Emily reads through the document. She says, yes, this accurately captures what we discussed yesterday. Mike, the developer, says that requirements are clear enough for me to begin solution design. So Lisa QA leads add, I can already see how this requirement will become test cases. That's exactly what a great BRD should achieve, right? One document, multiple teams, shared understanding. So key lessons today you learn: a BRD captures business need, no technical design. Every requirement should be clear, specific, and testable. Business rules should be documented separately. Scope, the project scope from unnecessary work, right? Scope project like unnecessary work. This will clear requirements. Assumption, dependencies, and risk should be never ignored. A well-written BRD aligns business development, architecture, and QA teams. Right. So your assignment: create your own BRD using today's template. Complete the following sections. This is your let me highlight this, and this is your template. Okay. Business problem, business objectives, project scope, stakeholders, business requirement, business rules, 3 assumptions, 2 dependencies, 2 risk. This will become your first document in business analyst portfolio. So what's coming up next? Next lesson in development teams join the project. So you learn how to convert business requirement into functional requirement that developers, architects, and QA teams can implement with confidence. So you'll discover the difference between business requirements, functional requirements, non-functional requirement, technical constraints, right? So this is where business ideas begin transforming into working banking application. Okay, thank you.